How's it? Today we are learning about Gmail and how to set up our inbox for our mail. And speaking of mail, I got a joke for you. Did you hear about the unstamped letter? Never mind. I don't think you'll get it. Alright, email. We see it every day. I think it's only appropriate we learn a little bit more about it. So let's go into our settings first. And let's enable some of the features that our Gmail can have. First of all, on the first page, why don't you maximum page size? 50, it's a little overwhelming, to be honest. 25, and then you'll just hit next page or next page. I think 25 is fine. If you have more than that, it can be overwhelming. You can get depressed. You can change your default text if you don't like how it is. You can change. I recommend a different font that I wouldn't change the small or large. You can change the color. Sometimes I like to go an off black. Just looks a little bit different, a little softer. But that's up to you. So choose your default. Again, don't get too crazy. People don't want to be distracted from the text. They want to focus on the message. But subtle things are okay. Next, what you're going to do is go to stars, and we're going to use our stars. Go ahead and click on in use. We're going to use a yellow star, and then let's use the I for information. So click on I and just drag that over, okay, and then click on check mark, okay, and then click on exclamation. We're going to use these four: star, information, check mark, and exclamation. And let's take our check mark and drag it to the second one. Okay. All the other ones, you need keyboard shortcuts on, so get that on. Okay. And signature, at the bottom of your signature, you can put like your name, or maybe sometimes people put like a quote they're known for. Sometimes people put like a horizontal name, or like a horizontal line, if you want to do that. So just put John Lee. And so you can decide your signature. Sometimes they put the school they're from, or whatnot, so you can do that. And go down. I don't think we're going on vacation, so we're not going to use that, and we're going to hit save changes. Okay. Now let me show you some of the shortcuts that we enabled. Hit C for compose, okay, and you compose a new email, and then there's our signature that we wrote in there. So again, you need to do less clicks. So C for compose. If you're clicking on a email, and let's say I want to go here. If you want to forward this email, hit F for forward, and it will forward the email, or R for reply. And so that way we can quickly get through it. If you have an email that you don't need anymore, you want to archive it, and you read it, hit E. Okay, E will archive it, and it says it's been archived, and we're done with that. So also, if we can go on and click on an email, and if you hit S, okay, S is for star. So as you notice, you'll see a star right here. If you click that twice in a row, you'll see the check mark. So I like to use these, like if I want, this is important, I need to know it, I'll hit a star. If I was like, I need to do something, I'm going to put that on my to-do list, and then I'll put two of them and put a check mark. If there's an important document I want to save, or important information I want to save for later, I'll use the I for information. And if it's something I have to do, it's really important, I don't want to forget it, I'll use the exclamation mark. Okay, so let's just go ahead and use the star, and just use it that way. Okay, so star one of your email posts. Okay, and now let's go into your settings. Okay, and let's go into let's go into labs. Now in labs, what we are going to do is enable canned responses, and I'll explain that later. Custom keyboard shortcut, you can do that in case you want to be more specific. Make sure your Google Calendar is enabled if it's not already. I'm going to go down and go into, again, if any of these other ones you want to enable, that's fine. I'm just going to kind of quickly go through these. I like unread messages because if I'm working in another browser, it'll show me right up here on the top of the browser how many emails I need, and I'm going to hit Save Changes. Okay. Okay, so now in my new email, I'm going to go down and click on the three bottom dots in the bottom left-hand corner and make sure you have your Google Calendar shown. And so this is a easy and quick way to add events to your calendar. Okay, so what you want to do is go to Options, and we're going to hide the mini calendar and just show past events. And if you want to do a quick add, all you do is hit Add, and you can put like September 5, 3 p.m., and you can put club meeting. Okay, just like that, and hit Enter. And it automatically creates a club meeting there, and you'll get notifications if it's set up, and then you can easily find what's to do quickly in your email. Okay, in our inbox, instead of doing default, let's go and put unread first. Okay, now what we're going to do is put options. I'm going to put show 25 items. And then we're going to put for everything else, okay, we're going to choose hit custom and prioritize and hit options 25. Okay, go ahead and click on Inbox, and we're going to choose, not default, but we're going to choose Unread first, and we're going to hit Customize and Priority Inbox, and for Unread, we're going to click that and hit 25 items, and Important and Unread. Then, in the second one, we're going to hit Add Section, and we are going to put Starred. Okay, and in the third one, let's go ahead and choose More Options. And let's do show all from label, and let's choose important. Okay. Okay, go ahead and hit Save Changes. Now what it did is it broke down our inbox. So basically all the important and unread show up first. Okay. Now these are the markers. These markers show what's important. Now what's a problem though is everything else is shown, and notice it didn't get markers, so it kind of pushed it below. Okay. If we don't want that to happen, we're going to go in and change that so it shows everything, because a new friend might email you and Gmail might not think they're important, and then they might skip down here and you might lose them. So also, let's say we always get important emails from certain people, and we want to save those. So let's say Twitter. Let's say we want to show a label for Twitter. So I'm going to create a new label. So hit new label, and let's call this Twitter. Okay, and hit create new, and I'm going to create it. You can organize it by nesting if you want to, and now you'll notice it says Twitter right here. It also gave me an icon here on the left that says Twitter, so it saves it in the Twitter tag. If I want other tags of Twitter saved, I can either search and find all my Twitter, and I can just select these, okay, and I can click on Twitter. What I can also do is click on one and drag it right into Twitter as well. So that's one way to organize your inbox. And again, while I'm doing this, choose a label that you think would be helpful for your inbox, and start putting some of those emails into that folder. It could be a class. You could call it a class folder, and then put emails from that teacher or that class members in that folder, just to help you find things a little bit faster. What we can also do is create a filter. If I click on, let's say, popular in your network, and I go into more, and I hit filter messages like these. Let's say I want to put all of these from info@Twitter messages. And again, if you want to be more specific, you can filter it by subject, or it has the words and so on. Okay, so I'm going to filter all of these and create the filter in the search, and I'm going to choose a label and call this Twitter. And you could also even skip the inbox. So I really don't want to see this, like these emails coming through my email, but I want access to them. So if I just click on the Twitter, it'll show me. So I'm going to just skip the inbox, and I'm going to apply the filter to matching conversation. So all of my previous Twitter emails will also be used. And now, if you notice, it will reload, and now I have 259 Twitter messages in there. Okay. Now, if we go back to our settings and we go into our accounts, or sorry, inbox, and instead of all important, let's choose more options. Okay, and there's Twitter. So let's just put our Twitter label there, and make sure it's maybe 25 items or less. Okay. And for the first one, important and unread, let's just put unread. Okay? So that way we don't miss anything. And hit Save Changes. Okay, so now what we have is our first unread messages. Then we have our starred messages here, Twitter. And then we have all the Twitter. So here's our things for our Twitter emails. Now again, if I want to star something, I can just hit S for star, okay, and then hit inbox. And you'll notice if I want to come back to it, it'll be right there and starred. Okay, so that's a little bit about setting up your email a little bit more efficiently. Also in the settings, so if you want to manage your labels, you can do that here. Okay, you can hide certain things or show, depending on what you want to do. And there's our Twitter label. So if you want to do specific actions to it, you can. We already configured our inbox. If you want to send email as a different account, you can add, a couple of your Gmails into one. You can funnel them all into one email address, and you'll even send out as that email address that is coming in. So you could test that out. There's the filters that we made. Remember, I just create a filter with Twitter, and it's going to be categorized. So if I want to delete that, that's where I would delete it. Let's say I want to forward all emails. I could do forwarding email to another email address. So if I want to a copy because all email that comes onto like your school account, you're not going to be able to keep your school account forever. So you may want to just set up a Gmail account, an extra one, and just have all emails forwarded to that account. So when you get rid of it, you'll have that copy already done. Okay. And then there's chats, labs, and so on. You can experiment on those on your own. But I just wanted to show you a little bit about how to do Gmail more efficiently, since you use it all the time, and it can be really helpful. A couple other tips before we're done. If you want to search for email, okay, you can use a search. For example, let's say you want from me, and then to, and then a certain person, okay? So if you hit enter, it'll show all the emails that you sent to that person, like that. You could also do from me, and then has attachments, and it will show you all the attachments that you sent to that. You could also put from me, and then put a date range that you need to find. Let's say there's a certain email that you're looking for. You can click on this arrow, and you can put either has the word subject, but you can also search by size, or right here, the date. So if you know it was between a certain time period, you could search for it there. But I like from me has attachments if I'm looking for an important attachment for that, or to a certain person. So definitely utilize that aspect of your Gmail. If you're getting certain emails that you just no longer want to get, okay, I would just click it and hit report spam, okay, and then you can hit report spam again to confirm, and then you will no longer get emails from that, and it will go to a spam folder, okay, right in here. Alright, that was Gmail. I hope you had a moving experience, and good luck with that.